All right, now we alive. Now we alive. So let's just give a few moments for our participants, distinguished participants from all around the world to join us this very beautiful morning and very beautiful afternoon over there in Dubai. And a little bit of early morning somewhere around the world in Dallas, Texas. I know it's around 6 a.m. I know it's around 6 a.m. in Dallas, Texas, and in some other parts of the world. In Bolivia, it should be around 6 a.m. too.
All
And,
right.
all around the world, we have different time zones. But then it's an honor to be here this very beautiful day on the November edition of the Protocol Pass sessions. These are sessions that are exclusively mentoring and learning series that are designed to open us up to the hidden influence of protocol in business, the hidden influence of protocol in governance, the hidden influence of protocol in leadership, the hidden influence of protocol in every aspect that protocol exists. So we are unraveling the hidden insights, the hidden power, the hidden, agenda of protocol beyond the ceremonies. What are the values that we can draw out of protocol? That is what the sessions are all about. And like I was talking with you yesterday, these sessions are sessions inspired by the fact that we want to, see protocol beyond how we used to see it and see it as a strategic leadership tool and as a tool for influence and as a tool for building perception for organizations, for executives, and for every other industry. So it's an honor to have you join us here, Rima, uh, joining us from Dubai. You want to say a few words before we go into the main introduction and we kick off with the session today?
Thank you for the for the nice introduction, Minabai. And I'm truly delighted to be here to explore how protocol, let me go back. So we can explore how protocol and executive presence shape leadership and influence. So I'd like to say good morning, good afternoon to everyone joining from around the world. And I'm excited to share my knowledge and experience. And I'm looking forward for the questions as well and the discussion.
Okay, thank you so much. Before we go into the session this morning, I would like to take a brief introduction of the protocol power session, and then I would also love to read a brief profile of our distinguished guest speaker for the November session of the protocol power session. Permit me this moment to share with us, for those of us that are just joining us and want to know really what the protocol pass sessions are all about. Why is it necessary? Why do we do it? And who do we do it for? That is the essence of the protocol pass session. And I would like to share with us briefly what the sessions are all about. Okay, just a minute, second, and we are good to go. So the protocol pass sessions are an exclusive learning and mentoring series, like I mentioned, that are designed to open us up to the insights, to the hidden influence of protocol in leadership, the hidden influence of protocol in diplomacy, business, governance, faith institutions, religious bodies, and security, and every other industry that protocol thrives. Now, these are exclusive high impact sessions that are short, focused but deeply practical. Each session brings together seasoned voices and practical insights that show how protocol shapes perception, builds credibility, and creates opportunities. What are the objectives of these sessions? The objective is to help professionals, to help leaders, and to help institutions see protocol as a strategic advantage beyond event management. Another objective is to also share real life cases and studies and experiences that demonstrates the power of protocol in diplomacy, business, faith, and governance. The third objective is to empower protocol professionals, executives, and young leaders with actionable tools that they can immediately apply in their work. And of course, finally, to build a network of professionals committed to excellence, influence, and global relevance through protocol. All these objectives are very intentional when we're crafting this. So we want to use these platforms to raise a new crop of leaders, a new crop of protocol professionals that will make global impact. And who are these sessions for? Protocol officers in government, corporate bodies, business executive and leaders, faith-based leaders, and church administrators, religious leaders as well, security and executive protection professionals, young professionals, and students that are aspiring to careers in leadership, diplomacy, international relations, international business, and protocol as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just what the protocol pass sessions is all about. For more information, you can also reach out to our community and learn more of what we do. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to go ahead and read the profile of our distinguished guest speaker for the second edition, which is the November session of Protocol Power Session, Rima Arab. Permit me to read a brief introduction of her before she goes on to share what she has with us this very beautiful day. Ms. Rima Arab is the founder and CEO of Executive Trading Solutions, ETS. She holds a Master of Arts in Protocol and Soft Diplomacy Skills with a thesis on achieving executive presence in the workplace using the tools of protocol and soft diplomacy, a study furthering her executive presence knowledge specific to the GCC region. Ms. Rima is an international trainer and certified consultant in corporate etiquette and international protocol. She is certified by the European School of Protocol and the United Nations Institute for Training and Research. She is a keynote speaker on executive presence, a bilingual trainer with full awareness of the Western business culture and the Middle Eastern business culture. Ms. Rima was amongst the United Nations Institute for Training and Research team in Myanmar and conducted a diplomatic protocol workshop for participants at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, NAPIDA, in preparation to chair the Asian Summit in 2014. She also trained participants at the Global Fund in Geneva, Switzerland. Ms. Rima has worked in both government and non-governmental organizations in the GCC, including but not limited to the Diplomatic Institute, Ministry of Foreign Affairs Qatar, the GCC Council in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait, the Riyadh Chamber of Commerce, MISC Foundation, the Diwan Amir in Qatar, and Bank Muscat in Oman. She also delivers private one-to-one trainings to diplomats and C-suite executives. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our distinguished guest speaker for the November session of the Protocol Power Session, Ms. Rima Arab. Over to you, Ms. Rima Arab, and welcome. Miss Rima, you can mute your mic so we can hear you. You can mute your
Okay.
mic.
Okay. See, this is the first impression I do. I forget to unmute myself. So thank you so much, Vinamai, for the kind introduction. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm truly delighted to be here to explore how protocol and executive presence shape leadership and influence. And hello to everyone. And over the next 20 minutes, we will look at how and why protocol and etiquette is essential to executive presence, why protocol and etiquette is tools, strategic tools to build trust and influence and leadership. So let's begin by looking at two things. First, we will go through the definition of presence and then executive, and protocol and then etiquette. And we will see as well how they are related. So presence, usually presence in the dictionary, the Merriam-Webster dictionary, they defines presence as a noteworthy quality of poise and effectiveness. So whether you are an athlete, astronaut, business owner, diplomat, employee, presence is a prerequisite for peak performance. Now, usually, when I see people with presence, I can say that they have the confidence without arrogance. They are composed without the stiffness, and they are as well kind without pretension. So there's authenticity in presence. Now, when we say executive presence, and there's a leadership presence as well, what I mean about executive presence is how do we present ourselves, how we communicate, interact, and how we influence others. Like for me, executive presence is that it gives me a chance for my audience to hear me without prior judgment. So they will hear the full message. Now, protocol, everyone knows about protocol, that it's a procedure, system of rules governing affairs of state, uh, society, workplace, and diplomatic occasions. And when it comes to etiquette as well, the definition in all books of etiquette is about the set of rules that is being accepted by everyone, and it will guide us to the accepted behavior. Now, for me, etiquette, I like to simplify it. I always say etiquette is the art of applying protocol. Etiquette is the art of applying protocol, which means that protocol shows respect, but etiquette reflects refinement. Now, the executive presence is the confidence, influence, poise. Protocol and etiquette, they're beyond being like rigid tools or like formality. It's as we said, it's a strategic tools to guide us to build trust, communicate effectively, represent our brand, and what else? Strengthen our leadership. Now, protocol and etiquette, they always help us to project authority while remaining approachable, because sometimes people, they misunderstand authority. They think authority that everybody's afraid of me and nobody can approach me. The balance between the authority and approachable, this is the poise, this is the leadership, the real authenticity of leadership that we reach it by using the tools of etiquette and protocol. Now, let's see here an example. I'll share with you a visual example about the three things together. This here, it's the president of China with his guest, Emir of Qatar. Protocol here is visible by the principle of the second rule, the one that states that the guest, it's on the right side of his guest. Now, etiquette here reflected in the open hand gesture, as you see on the photo. Now, leadership presence here shines with the posture, the composure, the poise. It demonstrates confidence, and at the same time, it demonstrates respect at the same time. So the moment shows here how protocol and etiquette together will elevate the perception of leadership. Now, let's go to the second point. The first impression and executive presence. What's the relation between them? Why is it so important? So let's talk about first impression. Now, in psychology, a first impression is the event when someone with one person first encounters another person and forms a mental image of that person. A mental image. So the initial judgment that we do, we call it the slicing, is from the small little information we get, so we can determine who's the person in front of me, how would I deal with him, what the level of credibility. So, and it's based on scientific theory as well, like this, as Dr. Michael Solomon in his research said, within the 7 seconds we encounter a person for the first time, could you imagine that we do unintentionally, subconsciously, 11 decisions, about 11 decisions. And let me read it for you. Dr. Michael Solomon said, it's including for the first 7 seconds, we do slicing, first impression, judgment about educational level, economic level, credibility and honesty, trustworthiness, level of sophistication, success level, political background, religious background, ethnic background, and social or professional. So could you imagine the 7 seconds we have? It's so, it just happens 7 seconds, but it highlights the power of the first impression. So how do we do it? How do we shape the mental image of our presence? We have tools, and I call it the expressive 7 tools, which is the face expression, the professional eye contact, the tone of voice. It's not about as well what I say, is how I say it. The speech pace. Do I talk slowly, or I'm so excited and I talk quickly, and then I talk fast, and my emotion and my excitement, is it at the right place now on YouTube, or it's with friends, or I'm in a board meeting? Now, the body language as well, the articulating skills, and the dress and the looks. All this, they work together to define how people, they perceive us. Now, let's have a strong impression. Now, imagine that we're greeting a CEO at a board meeting. We offer a confident handshake. We maintain a professional eye contact. And when I say maintain, professional means the rule that we know we are allowed to look from the tip of the nose to the forehead, and how to address them correctly with the titles. That simple moment, it sets a tone of being mutual respect and professionalism. That's the power of a strong first impression. Now, I will share with you a less effective example that it's drawn from a real incident. During a visit to Saudi Arabia, former French President, Mr. François Hollande, was once served, as you see in the image, the photo, a plate of dates. Now, unaware of the local custom in Saudi Arabia, which is to take only one, Mr. Hollande, he mistakenly assumed the entire plate was for him. Now, it's a small cultural misunderstanding, yes? Yeah, but it underscores the importance of cultural awareness and how protocol and etiquette protect us from unintended mistakes, especially when there's a photo and media. Here as well, another example of the effect of the body, the impression of the body language. There's no eye contact. When somebody talk to us, we just, the gesture of the hand, it tells us that we're not interested or we are not very confident. So protocol, etiquette, and executive presence. For here, I do this as a to project. So if we are in a business meeting, how would I project credibility? So we can project it by being punctual. And when we say punctual, it's not like, you're on time. Because you're on time, you can come at 10 o'clock in the meeting, but punctual that you'll be ready at 10. So you have to arrive earlier. Using the right names, using the right titles, maybe keeping the business cards with you, but just reminding yourself, writing it down. And as well, okay, the seating, there's a seating arrangement as well. Who's sitting on the right side? And the same time, how do I sit? Do I sit and my back, I'm just comfortable, or my the way that I sit, it gives reflects that I'm a professional and I'm interested and I'm here to give a presentation or add value to the meeting. And as well, there's something as well for us in the business, that if we're meeting with a client or with someone the first time, it's always being a very nice touch of being professional is to follow up email or thank you email to send to everyone after the meeting. So here, let's wrap it up. We convince by our presence. This is what I want to leave you with, this thought. We convince by our presence. So executive presence is not like rigid rules. It's about enhancing influence, respect, and credibility in a way that feels authentic. And I always say to my clients, it has to be authentic. Don't copy and paste anyone. Just be you. Just be yourself, because people, they can, within 7 seconds, they can tell about the credibility and it's the authenticity. So as we said, mastering the tools of protocol and etiquette, it just elevate the tone of every interaction in our profession at work. And every situation we live in, just look at it as a chance to tell people, this is me. And the 7 tools that we mentioned, the expressive 7 tools, use it intentionally. Use it in a purpose that I'm doing this because I know that it will reflect it. It will reflect. So combining knowledge and truth and honesty and authenticity, this is your presence. This is the presence that will open all doors for you. And before we take the questions and discussion, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today. And just remember that how we choose to use the tools of protocol and etiquette, it will define the impact you create. Thank you. And we can have questions.
Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Rima Arab, joining us all the way from Dubai this very beautiful day. And that last statement you made was truly profound. How you choose to make use of the tools of protocol will really, go a long way in showcasing your executive presence and your leadership tool as well. So thank you very much for that brief but yet powerful session. And we have a number of persons joining us. We have Elizabeth True joining us from Kenya. We have Adegbe or George Chenemi joining us from Nigeria. And we have a lot of persons also joining us. They have not mentioned where they are coming from. But I have a few questions here, and then we have other questions. Let me highlight them. Let me see. Okay, let me, before that question, okay, one question is up here, all right, from Julian. It says that what are the key behavioral indicators that show that a leader has mastered both protocol and executive presence? While you are presenting, you gave us a number of examples. The one from Francois Holland, when he was to take. I wanted to laugh, but then I said, let me not laugh because it could happen to anyone. So,
And,
what are those indicators that show that a leader has mastered both protocol and executive presence?
all right. Regarding the Mr. Holland, I it's the responsibility of the protocol team. A leader
Mm,
should have a protocol team. They have advisors that they should prepare and making him aware or her aware of the other cultures, because leaders, they're very very busy. So that's
mm,
why, like like in a company, we have a CEO, we have accountant, we have finance, we have HR. Nobody can do it all. So I feel, about the photo. I wanted to highlight the IQ of like cross cultural, that we need, like different nationalities, different cultures. But as this the photo there, it's not him, it's the protocol team mistake.
mm,
So now, coming back to the question, what are the key behavior indicators that show a leader has mastered? For me, actually, honestly, nobody can master, because we are always a journey. Every day we learn
mm,
things. And even for me, I know all protocol and etiquette, and sometimes I do mistakes because we're humans. But as in general, as a leader, we have two things. We have the outside and the inside. For mastering protocol and executive presence, the outside means people that will perceive confidence, and I know how to handle stress. So if anything goes wrong, I know how to regulate it. This is the outside. The inside that we talk about a lot in our training is about the internal language. Do I blame myself? Do I say, why me? I shouldn't do this. Oh my God, what will happen? It's just the internal dialogue. A leader, he says, I did a mistake. If I like it was a big mistake, I'll acknowledge. If it was a mistake, then I will forgive myself. I will learn and I will move on.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. We have another question. We have another question. Okay. Hmm? Okay, the next question. Okay. I needed to highlight it here. I needed to highlight it here. I'm getting it from the comments. Okay. It says, how can leaders apply protocol principles to enhance trust and influence in multicultural setting? How can leaders apply protocol principles to enhance trust and influence in multicultural settings?
Okay. How can leaders? Okay, it's not okay. I'll write it down. Now, leaders, to apply, they should know the knowledge first. So the knowledge is about what's the principle of protocol. I'll give you an example. Like I summarize it in six protocols, six principles. First of all, first one, the one that I share with you, the image that my guest is on the right side hand, my right side of me as a host. There's another principle we always say, gender equality. I will treat at workplace female or male the same way. I wouldn't mix the social interaction in my workplace unless there's a different culture. Like in Saudi Arabia and the GCC, we don't initiate a handshake with ladies because they don't shake hands. This is one of the thing that we apply. And then So knowing protocol, and the second step, knowing the context as well, because sometimes we know things but it doesn't apply. Like for me, it happens to me. I knew that a woman, she always should initiate a handshake. So I remember I was in Qatar one time, and I just initiated the handshake, and then the gentleman in front of me, he said, I don't. So for me, knowing etiquette, what to do, I just acknowledged. I said, forgive me, I didn't know, I should have asked. Easy. I just, everything, he was okay. There was no tension, because sometimes people, when they don't know how to handle mistakes, becomes tension, and protocol and etiquette, it makes life easier, especially, at workplace. So this is a second one, is about the context, knowing. And the third is about being authentic. Like, I remember one time about a CEO, he told me, Rima, just give me an indirect, because usually all the behavior is an indirect message. He told me, Rima, I just want to tell everyone that I treat everyone the same. So I said, okay. So I was with them like for 3, 4 hours, just noticing what's going on. And for me, people that they invest in themselves, I love to be with them, because I really learn from them, because they have the experience as well. And sometimes experience, it's more powerful than just a knowledge, theory knowledge. So the CEO, I noticed one thing, and this is what I came like as an advice. When he say thank you, Rima, or thank you, Minabai, or good morning, Alex, or good morning, he will say the greetings, and then he'll say the name. But whenever we are at his office and there's someone, in GCC is different culture. They have people for hospitality. So there's people that they will serve us with tea and coffee. So whenever we were served coffee or tea, the CEO, he always see the gentleman that he's serving. So he doesn't say he say thank you, but he doesn't say thank you and he mentioned his name. So I told the CEO, you want tell everyone that you treat everyone equally? Just when you say the thank you or the greeting and you follow up with the name, you have to apply it for everyone. So this is an indirect and powerful that I treat everybody the same. So knowledge, context, and make sure about the small details. Small details make the big picture. Small details make credibility. Everybody can make, like, say a big statement, but the small details, this is for me, I always look for the small details.
Profound statement. Small details makes credibility. And one of the things that we learned about protocol is that the most of the big things are in the small things that we sometimes ignore. We tend to look at the big things because we want to make sure everything goes very well. But then the little things is what matters most. Okay, I have a few other questions that I'm receiving here. I think I have this one that says, how should protocol adapt to modern workplace culture without losing its essence? How should protocol adapt to modern workplace culture without losing its essence? We're in a world where we we're now in a global village. People connect from all parts of the world. We have remote workers working from all parts of the world and different cultures. How should protocol adapt to this modern workplace culture? Since COVID-19, the workplace culture has changed.
True.
So how do we deal with this without losing its essence of protocol?
All right. Now, this question is has like different elements. First of all, what's the essence of a protocol? If I may ask you, what's the essence of protocol?
The essence of
Protocol.
protocol. Can all right?
Go
Can I
ahead,
go
Nabai.
ahead?
Please.
Okay. About creating a conducive atmosphere for business and people of all different walks of life to live, to thrive, creating a conducive atmosphere of respect, order, harmony, and mutual understanding.
Perfect. Thank you. So, how would it make it different with time at workplace? It means that we are Protocol is the same everywhere. It's just the etiquette is changing because it's a different culture. Because as we said, etiquette is the art of applying protocol. So protocol, if I respect someone, they can like shake hands. Other people, they will not shake hands. They will do different greetings. Some
Yeah.
people, they will kiss the hand of a lady. Some people, they will not shake a hands of a lady. Some people, they will not ignoring, just not looking at the woman's eye. It's a sign of respect. So we have to be adaptable about different culture, because now we are like in Dubai, you go to a company and we have like 24 to 30 different nationalities. This is number one. Number two as well, we have to be flexible. Like, when I was younger, I'm still young, but when I was younger, I wasn't allowed to have more than 5 centimeters of like a heel. Uh, my jacket has to be like, with the shoulder pad like men, because the etiquette, it was first designed for men at workplace, because we joined after, so we had copy and paste, and now it's changing. As long as two things: guests follow the protocol of the host. So if I'm in Dubai, I'll follow the Dubai culture. If I go to Riyadh, I will follow, out of respect, the host culture, unless it's against my tradition or religion. And this is always by, like, we have to talk. It's all about communication and transparency. This is what makes it easier. And at the same time, we have to be flexible. We cannot be like people like in the 90s. They were not they didn't agree that email is important, and now people, they're not agreeing that social media is important. So we have to be flexible. So sometimes with the seating arrangement, like this is a thing that we noticed as well, and we discussed. Usually when we study seating arrangement in Europe, I studied in Europe. So it has to be we said men, we have to alternate seating arrangements about male, female, male, female, male, female. But sometimes whenever we do it in the GCC, we don't do it this way. And at the same time as well, like you can have your guest as a president, his wife, his husband is a man as well. So how would they do the male female thing? That's why we have to be flexible, as long as everybody at the end of the occasion feel respected. This is the essence of protocol.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. That dynamics you just brought in, when we have to do the man woman thing, and then we have to do the man thing, understanding. It's quite dynamic. That's and these are some of the things we face in the modern world, and protocol still needs to be applied.
True.
Awesome. Awesome. And that's one thing I love about protocol. Protocol is not static, protocol is dynamic, and at every age and time, the fundamentals of protocol still remain, right? But then its application now differs from generation and seasons and phase to phase. So in the 15th, 16th century, the application of protocol was different. And now in the 21st century, while the fundamentals still remain, the application is different, and we apply it in line with modern realities that we face in our world today. Final question based on personal development. Final question based on personal development. What are common mistakes emerging leaders make when trying to develop executive presence through protocol or through any other means they want to develop their executive presence? What are those common mistakes, so that we can also learn and begin to take lessons from those common mistakes and begin to apply correctly? I think this will be the final question for the session today.
Common mistakes. Common mistakes, people, they know protocol, but they don't know the essence of the protocol. So they apply it as rigid rules. We have to be flexible. Another common mistakes is there's nothing, it's the essence, as we said. It's not about, this is the way of demonstrating protocol. I have to like shake hands. We have to take other cultures and respect other cultures, and make sure that we don't uh, no one get offended, because out the essence of protocol is to respect everyone. So we cannot just make like you have to do it this way, this is a proper way. No, there's no proper way. And the common mistakes as well, that people sometimes they're not aware of what's the difference between protocol and etiquette. Protocol comes first. It's the essence of protocol. How to apply, it's different from Nigeria to Dubai to Palestine to America to everyone has his own like. And like if somebody come from the States to Dubai, in the States they are okay of sitting in a way that when the men they cross their legs, and the shoe is just in front of their guests. It's okay. It's simple. It's just a shoe. But when they come, like, for the Middle East or the Far East, this is a sign of disrespect. So they have to adjust as well. Not everything they know they have to apply. So the last thing I can say, or I can summarize it or make it simple, that we used to do try treat people like you like to be treated. Now it's different. Try treat people how they want to be treated.
Okay, treat people the way you want to be treated, and we want to say a big thank you, Rima Arab. Let me just make this brief remark as we close for today. I want us to know that protocol and executive presence are not separate skills. They are two sides of one coin, especially for leaders and those who are aspiring to be leaders. Protocol is clarity, with confidence and credibility. I want to say a big thank you to Rima Arab, the CEO of Executive Training Solutions in Dubai. Your institution is based in Dubai, right?
Yes, Dubai and Qatar.
Dubai and Qatar. So thank you so much for joining us this very beautiful episode, and to everyone who have joined us. But before we do that, I would like to let you know that Miss Rima Arab is on social media platforms. So I'm going to share her social media platforms. She is on LinkedIn. So look for Rima Arab on LinkedIn, and send her a connection request, a follow, and follow up with the conversations. If you have questions that are yet to be answered, or you want to ask questions, you can do that, and Rima Arab will graciously accept your request. Rima Arab is also on Instagram. So if you're active on Instagram, look up for Rima Arab at Rima underscore Arab underscore official on Instagram, and hit up the follow button and turn up your notification buttons as well to get any update that Rima Arab has put on her platform. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to announce to you that the next session and final session for the year 2026, 2025, I beg your pardon. I'm, I'm thinking we're already in 2026. So the final session for 2025 is going to be coming up on December 5th. All right, December 5th. I've already spoken with our guest speaker, who is Michael Lynn. Michael Lynn will be our guest speaker for the December session of the Protocol past sessions, and he's going to be sharing with us on travel security, what you need to do before, during, and after your travel. The December period is usually a very busy period for those who are in the festivities of December, right? There's also a Rima, there's also an understanding that while some parts of the world are celebrating the festivities in December, some other parts of the world are not also celebrating the festivities in December. How do we balance that?
We celebrate twice. The
So
more the
we have different. Uh, I did an article published in World Protocol magazine talking about the December rituals, December protocols, and December holidays, where some persons are celebrating December as the festive season, while in some other countries it's not the same way it is done. And if you don't understand them and probably wish them a Merry Christmas, it will sound a little bit offensive, so to speak, because they are still in the work mood while you are celebrating the festivities. So it is also important to know the December rituals and the December celebrations of different cultures and different society and different settings. It's part of protocol as well. It's part of protocol. So during that December session, Michael Lane will be talking about travel security, the things you need to know to prepare yourself while you're traveling for the festivities, how you need to keep yourself safe, how you need to keep your family safe, and how you need to keep everybody around you safe so that you won't have to celebrate the holidays in a very sad one. But that is what we are going to have coming December 5th. So if you are around that period, we will encourage everyone on this call to join us this December. But all the same, on behalf of the team, the Global Protocol Circle, and directors here at the Protocol Power Sessions, Rima Arab, we want to say a big thank you. How do we say thank you in Dubai or Qatar? How do we say it?
Shukran.
Shukram.
Shukran with an N, Nancy. Shukran.
Oh, okay, shukran. So when we do shukran, do we do like this, or how do we do it?
Just shukran. Thank you.
All right, shukran. So when we say shukran, what will be the response?
Oh, okay. You're welcome. My pleasure. أهلا وسهلا.
All right, all right. Thank you so much. And we have George Chenemi saying thank you, Miss Arab, Miss Rima. It was a great time, and okay. And this some of the comments coming up. Um, yes, a number of persons joined. We have Elizabeth who joining from Kenya,
Hello.
and yes, and a number of persons joining us. Some persons don't want to say where they're joining from, but I'm aware a number of persons indicated interest from all around the world to join us. I think it's because of the time difference. But then the good thing is this session is on YouTube right now, and it will give opportunities for those who were not able to watch the session live to go back and replay and get the full gist of what we did today. Thank you so much, Miss Rima Arab, joining us all the way from Dubai and Qatar. We appreciate your presence. Any final words as we end the session today?
Thank you so much, Minabai. It was truly a pleasure for me to join you, and I salute you about the smart idea, bringing us together in a different way about exploring protocol and how to apply it in real life and different scenarios. And protocol is not only for diplomats; it's art of living. Thank you.
Thank you, Shakram Rima. Shakram Rima. Shakran. It's an honor, and we celebrate you. We will keep in touch. I'll talk to you after now. We'll continue to keep in touch and see how we can make these global impacts together and not just one person alone. And that's why I'm really, really grateful for your support and for your commitment to this drive. God bless you and enjoy the rest of your afternoon in Dubai.
Thank you. Take care. Thank you,
All
everyone.
right.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
And that is how we come to the end of the November edition of the Protocol Power Sessions, a flagship program of the Global Protocol Circle. Now, if you haven't joined the circle, uh, go and join the circle on Facebook. It's on Facebook. Let me share that with us. Let me share that with us. All right. So join the Global Protocol Circle on Facebook and on LinkedIn. Just go to Facebook and type the Global Protocol Circle, and on LinkedIn type the same thing, and you will just put up just follow, just join. For LinkedIn, you make a request and we will accept you. For Facebook, just join and we will be glad to be part of this community of over 25 countries and 100 plus professionals across the world and 5 continents and counting. So join us on that platform. What I want you to do is to go follow me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so when new episodes of the Global Protocol Power Sessions come up, you will be the first to know. So subscribe to the channel, Mina by Buffer, and put on your notification button. All right, on YouTube there, right? I've also mentioned the next session is coming up December 5th, 2025, with our distinguished guest speaker joining us all the way from Texas, Dallas, this December. Until then, I want to say a big thank you to the team behind working to make sure that we get our network and every other logistics supplied. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, admins and communications director. Thank you so much, our IT personnel, and thank you so much, the team behind making sure this works. And to everyone who joined this session today, I say thank you and God bless you. And that's it. Until we come your way next month, December 5th, keep living the best of protocol. And remember, protocol is a strategic tool for influence, is a strategic tool for shaping perception, and is a strategic leadership tool. Protocol is more than ceremonies. My name is Mina Buffer. I am the community lead for the Global Protocol Circle. I'm also the chief of protocol, Shieldfield Protocol Consultants Limited, Nigeria. Bye-bye.